Hey, how's it going? Mr. Deadman of Rant and Chill, and let's talk about Metal Galaxy. Baby Metal, Metal Galaxy. Classic Rock Magazine called that album wonderfully schizophrenic and shamelessly populist, and we didn't really talk about it, but we're doing that today, changing that. So Metal Galaxy, it come out after 3 years after Metal Resistance, and Baby Metal enjoyed the success of that album. Metal Resistance peaked #1 in U.S. World Albums, #2 on Japanese albums. It is the highest charting Japanese entry on the Billboard 253 years. And after that, Baby Metal announced a new album, one that would take listeners on a metal odyssey across the metal galaxy. To do this, Baby Metal would incorporate sounds from various other styles that would resonate with particular cultures. But to me, Metal Galaxy is as much of a world tour as the original Street Fighter II World Warrior was. I don't know if you remember that game, but most of the characters were Japanese. Most of the scenes seemed to be Japan. So how's that a world tour? What's going on there? And that's kind of how I feel about this album. I like this album. I like the songs on the album. But it didn't dawn on me that this was a concept album, because I still feel, looking at this, that the concept of a world tour was attempted, but it didn't really follow through. And I might get some flack on that. Let's look at the track listing here. We're going to look at the international version. Okay, that's the one that a lot of people listen to. There are some songs on the Japanese version that aren't on the international version. All right, but for this, we're just looking at the international edition. Okay. So the concept is that we are following, as we're listening as Sue and Moa go on their Metal Galaxy tour. So first we start off with Future Metal. Future Metal, you might be a diehard Baby Metal fan. I consider myself one as well. I wear the shirts. I watch the live concerts. I mean, I don't go to Japan to watch them, but I watch them. But honestly, you got to be honest here. Here's the honesty test. Do you skip Future Metal? You do. I know you do. Future Metal. Okay. But Future Metal, where do we start off on this journey? I don't know. I don't know where this is at. Really, honestly, it's on the cutting floor. Okay. We're starting off. Maybe okay. To take in mind with the idea of this album, we're starting off on our flight, on our journey. We're about to launch out into the galaxy. All right. So where do we go? Well, we go Da Da Dance. We go to Japan for Da Da Dance, a good mix of Japanese dance music infused with metal. I love it. It's bouncy. It's fun. But we're in Japan. We start off in Japan. Okay, makes sense. Japanese band, Japanese group. We'll start off there. Okay, now we do Elevator Girl, languid jazz, musette, French jazz style sort of piano playing there, mixed with metal. Okay, so we're in France. We're in France. Cool. Okay. Now we do Shanti Shanti Shanti. So we're going to India to get some India instrumentation, singing, and choreography mixed with metal. Okay, great. Love it. This is looking good. This is a world tour so far. Okay. Now, Majinai. Now we are where exactly? When I first heard the song, I thought pirates. I thought of drinking pirates are a bunch of rough guys, in a pub getting drunk. It is a drinking song, okay? Maybe Scandinavia, okay? But somewhere there. And we're drinking. We're having a good time. We're listening to Sue and Moa are just going crazy, drinking, have a great time. All right. But now we have Brand New Day. Where does this place us on the map, on the world map? Where does this place us? Brand New Day. What is Brand New Day? What culture is it? American pop? Brand New Day. It is very pop. It does sound like American pop in a bit, mixed with some metal. I know Polyphia, the progressive band out from Texas, collabed with it. But it doesn't sound very Texas, it doesn't sound like that. So, I don't know what Brand New Day, where it places us. And this is where we start getting kind of confused about this tour thing. Like, oh, where are we? Oh, okay. Interesting. Maybe it's a hangover song. Maybe we're hungover from Manjanai, and we're listening to the radio at this point. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. All right. Then we have Night Night Burn. Okay. Now we're getting hard and heavy again with some Latin influences. It's a great track. Okay, we're in Latin America. We're listening to Sumo as they travel to Latin America to explore the metal there, I suppose. Okay, good. We're back on tour. Now we have In the Name Of, which is, it's a good song. I like the song, but it is essentially a filler song. It's a song they play when they're, I guess, waiting on stage, when they're about to get on stage. I've noticed that a few times, you know. I don't know where this places us, really. I don't know where that puts us on the map. And I still don't know. I mean, I couldn't figure it out. So let me know in the comment section where we are. I mean, I know some of you guys might be like, well, really, it's more like Metal Galaxy is more like a toy box of sounds, not really like a world tour. No, stop. You're right, but you're also wrong. And I'll tell you why. The concept album was world tour, right? Okay. So I'm looking at this at the lens of world tour. It might be a little silly, but you know, that's what I'm looking at it as, okay? All right. So In the Name Of, where does that put us on the world? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Now we go Distortion with intense drums, pummeling guitars, metalcore chug riffs. We could be in America, as that sound, you could hear that in American metal. We could be in a Scandinavian country. I'm not sure where we are on this. I want to say America, because we just went to Latin America. It makes sense that we would go up to America. But then, now we have Papaya. We go back to, I think we're going back to Japan for this, because there's a lot of J-pop. But there's also Thai rap in that song as well. Papaya is a great, fun party song, by the way. Don't get me wrong there. So, yeah, rapper F Hero is in that song. So maybe we go to Thailand. Maybe we go from Latin America to North America to Thailand. All right. But then we have Kagaru. Kagaru is straight up hard rock, American hard rock, with a bit of a nice groove that you hear from like Southern metal. So now we're going back to America. Okay? Now we're going back to America on this tour. All right? Now, the real wild card here are the 3 Trilogy of Light songs. Starlight, Shine, and Arcadia. These songs here don't really put us anywhere on the map or in the galaxy of metal. In fact, the tour seems to end because something happened. And something happened because there was a loss. Some people say this Trilogy of Light is in regards to Yuri. I think it's regards of Mikio. Mikio, am I saying his name right? The guitarist that passed away. These 3 songs don't really have any sort of sound that's culturally specific. There's not a sound that will go, okay, that's influence from like Brazil, or influence from like Russia, or influence from China, or anything. In fact, the world tour thing, the Metal Galaxy tour thing, seemed to stop, and now we're just doing, which sounds great. Don't get me wrong, these songs sound great. They're good stuff. A lot of gent, metalcore, progressive elements. Shine has a nice acoustic beginning. Arcadia is just like ramped up, paced up, hammering drums, fast, bright guitar work, which is like awesome. But let's go back to the beginning. The question that was asked was, is Classic Rock Magazine right about this album being wonderfully schizophrenic and shamelessly populist? Wonderfully schizophrenic. I kind of have to wonder on that. I kind of have to say yes on that, because we started off with a world tour concept, with a galaxy tour concept, except we didn't really go that. We didn't really. I don't think we really explored that many places. Most of the songs could easily be said to have been just in Japan, or really anywhere, because they're not really culturally specific one way or the other. It's only a few that are. It's like, okay, well, not really much of a Galaxy tour there. And that's where I feel like the concept album of the concept album of Galaxy, Metal Galaxy, kind of, it was a little, not there, you know? And once again, don't take this the wrong way. It's not a bad album. It's a good album. I think it's great. I mean, it charted well, too, in the U.S. It charted well in Japan as well. So the album did well. I think there's a lot of great songs in the album. The only song I don't like on that album would be Future Metal. That, I mean, you could throw away. There's also tracks I didn't mention because they're on the Japanese version, or in the Japanese version. Which they would bring in a little bit more of the, I guess, the Galaxy Tour element, like especially BMC, the rap rock stuff. Yeah. Okay. But what do you think about this? When you look at this album as a concept album, and the concept was that you're supposed to listen through all the songs and go on a Metal Galaxy tour, what that tells me is that most of these songs are going to have cultural elements to make it, I don't want to say culturally diverse. Some people will hear that and go, oh, they think of like woke stuff, whatever. I mean, culturally diverse in that you're going to have sounds from different cultures. And you'll be able to like, okay, that Shanti Shanti is obviously, you know, India influence. Night Night Burn is influenced from Latin. You have Oh Majine, shot. Majinai. Oh Majinai. Sorry, that title though always gives me Scandinavian pirate music. Elevator Girl. It has some jazz elements there. Okay. So it's, but that's about it. Like, we don't really go far or do much of a tour, I feel like. But those are my thoughts about this. What do you think about this? I mean, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because the new album is supposed to be a concept album, which I think so far it sounds like it's going to be a concept album through and through. Like it's going to be like you listen to it all, and it's going to be concise. Okay, I feel like Metal Galaxy wasn't very concise on that. That it got kind of loose, and we didn't really do much of a tour there. But let me know in the comment section what you think about that, and y'all take it easy.